this is your favorite curator, the digital collectible curator, and Magic Eden dropped their first new feature on them refocusing on Solana, right? It was not even a week ago, like I believe it was like 4 or 5 days ago, to where Magic Eden confirmed the rumors to where they would halt activities for ordinals trading and EVM trading, right? Like any Bitcoin and EVM activities, including their multi-chain wallets, are about to be halted, right? In their own words, they are going to double down on or refocus on Solana. Let me just like get it right here. Boom. Magic Eden basically mentioned on the 27th of February, we are refocusing on Magic Eden on Solana, PAX, and ICHQ. What's changing? I mean, like, we've already been into this stuff, right? So to anyone who basically is not aware of, I mean, like Solana, that's the chain, obviously, right? PAX is this. It's basically ripping open packs of NFTs, as far as I'm concerned, right? Very similar to anyone ripping open like packs of Pokemon cards. There's somewhat of a gambling aspect to it, right? Like it's not set in stone what you're going to get. And last but not least, Dicey HQ, which, as far as I'm concerned, to my knowledge, this is just like a Web3 casino, nothing more or less, right? So they are pivoting away from BTC and EVM NFTs and refocusing on Solana. Anyways, I was quite literally in stream yesterday to where Magic Eden, like this tweet popped up. New week, new ways to collect your favorite NFTs. Wonderpick is now live. Gotta collect them all. And there we saw Wonderpick launching. I mean, like, try it yourself. We'll get there. So essentially what Wonderpick is, I mean, you know what? I will like show it in this video real quick, because like that's going to be like way easier than me talking you guys through it, right? Wonderpick, boom, signing transaction. Let's sign it. So it basically has like a bunch of NFTs, right? Undeads, Entropy, Acolytes, Duster Gang, Lucky C, Bored Ape Solana Club. Now, it should be noted, right, that I'm not really aware of like all of these NFTs. Now, that doesn't make them bad, right? It doesn't, but like just some food for thought. Anyways, you're getting dealt like 5 cards out of like 1 out of 5 is like worth more than 1 Solana. I think like that's kind of the benchmark. You press play, and then you can just like select 1 card which you can keep, right? Entropy Acolytes, right? Allegedly, like oh, there you go. Like and you're playing, boom. Let's look these up. Like, I have no clue. Entropy Acolytes. Entropy Acolytes. I am just not sure how like this is. Isn't that this like Catalina Will mixer? Catalina Wills? Anyways, like I will happily just like take the payouts here. It's just to basically show you guys what the how this works, right? I've done some research on this, right? Because again, like I'm very much in favor of Solana NFTs. Let's just say it like it is, right? So I think it's pretty good that Solana NFTs are actually being shined a light upon, right? But I also kind of feel like there's room for improvement, right? Because first of all, this is a lot of GambleFi aspect to NFTs. I am not sure how I feel about that, right? Like that's for the individual to decide. Like if that's your thing, then you should go at it, right? Whatever floats your boat. However, I did do some research essentially on the drop rates, right? Like you cannot like click here like the lower ones, but you can basically um you can do some research on like the higher tier ones, right? And as you can basically click through them, obviously I don't know like all of them, right? Like you cannot know like any like NFT brand by heart, but there were a few ones which kind of stuck with me to where I'm like, what was the train of thought here? Because I just don't really understand, right? Um, the value of like the what's it called, like the 20% picks. Let's just call them like that. Um, I think they're not really necessarily worth that much, right? So let me walk you guys through them. Boston, right? I have no clue what Boston is. I've never heard of Boston. And if you would look at like the recent sales, really, there's been what in the past month, there's been 4 sales. There's no liquidity really because like you can only instant sell them for 0.491 Solana. And I mean, again, like I haven't heard this, but like if you would click on this, you get to scalestacker.io. I mean, what does this have to do with like the NFT? Right? I am pretty much like in favor of putting a spotlight on newer I mean like new NFT brands which are trying very hard to build their community, to be innovative and like all of the good stuff. But by lack of better, I mean like this just looks pretty fucking illiquid, right? Not a whole lot is going on. They do not have a Twitter channel. Their site is kind of iffy, right? Why are you guys including these kind of projects, Magic Eden, right? Um, I saw like the Elkan. This was another one. I've probably just like misclicked this one away, but let me just like find it actually. Um, Strata. So let's see. And no, don't get me wrong. It's not that I dislike these projects, right? I have not done heavy research on this one in particular. But what I am going to say is that if you guys are going to list the floor price as in like the value and the the floor price is like obviously 1.6 Solana and like the instant sell is like half of that or like nearly half of that or whatever. I just don't think that's optimal, right? Now, don't get me wrong, Christie Spare's photo. I mean, like, this is obviously one-on-one art. Like, it looks like it, which is kind of cool. But like, you get the drift though, right? I think like the liquidity should make sense here. Kampai Pandas, like I like these guys a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like they used to be like quite a big name, and I actually like sent them a message to basically have them on, right? What I do not agree with them being listed at like what? Like the current floor price at like 1.7, even though like the instant sell is 0.75, right? The latest sales, I mean, like there's been one sale this week at like 1.677, and the sale like prior to that was what, like 12 days ago. Air Money is another one, right? Like again, like I don't know these projects by heart. Like I have not done the research thoroughly, but you would hope that you guys could just like include like the cheaper ones, which are basically working quite hard to basically get their names out, right? There are quite a few ones out there, right? If you would go to like this Twitter channel, for example, the last message was like what, like 3 weeks ago? Before like 4 days before, 2 weeks before that, a week before that. These are not like the most active um ones you could list here, basically. Plus like the instant sell, right? Like the liquidity is not quite there. I mean, like at the one hand, you have like a floor price of 1.3 Solana. On the other hand, like you can only like instant sell this at 0.35. And you know what, right? There's the counter argument that who knows, like if you could like take the money out of like whenever you'd win, rather than take the NFT, then why are we doing this to begin with, right? Is that crazy for me to say? Like, if let's say you guys would have like your minimum of one Solana, anyways, like, then why are we doing this, right? Like, why are we not, Magic Eden, taking this opportunity to actually like shine a light on the cool new kits in the on the block, right? Like, why are we not like shining a light on the medievals, the rogues, the hacks? And I'm not saying you're not, but like what I'm equally saying is like I am not a fan of this, right? Of some of these projects being listed here amongst like the prizes you can win. Um I mean, like we like Matrica Labs, we really do, right? Like great technology. But the floor price of being 1.4 Solana versus like the instant sell of 0.54, why are we targeting like these illiquid kind of projects? I mean, the latest sales have been like what, like 21 days ago? Why are we doing this? Again, like I guess I get that times are tough. We're in the bear market, right? Like the liquidity and everything would change um when more liquidity would like in get into the market by like new players entering the market. But why do we not shine a spotlight on the ones which are building right here, right now, right? Why don't we let them enjoy and like actually show the people that NFTs are not quite dead? Show them by using this kind of technology that there's like so many cool projects to be like a part of, rather than projects which had like their last sales like 3 weeks ago or something like that. I don't get it, right? And if by the time like things would be bullish again, like and like these projects will be more active, etc., why not actually make them work to be like a part of this, rather than just like putting them in. I don't get it. Again, like I'm not calling anyone uh maleficence or like anything in a negative, right? Like I know times are tough, but at the same time, why do you not use this as a opportunity to actually like increase your vetting process of like the projects you're including into like the what's it called, like the Wonderpicks? Why not? If we want to like revive this, right, then let's do the right thing here. And also like maybe it would also be cool for you to actually like show like anyone, why did you include these projects into like the Wonderpicks? What makes them good enough for you guys to be like, you know, we're confident enough to actually like include these within our Wonderpicks program, right? That's how I think. I think you could actually like have like this GambleFi esque technology actually have like amplify the NFT market. That's my opinion, right? Obviously, like I'm not sure how I feel about like this exactly compared to like Magic Eden dropping BTC and EVM, right? I'm sure it doesn't make sense because it wouldn't make the money, right? But at the same time, let's use this opportunity to actually like properly like uplift Solana in like the right ways, right? Um, let me know what you guys think, right? Because like I'm quite opinionated. I would love to actually like hear Magic Eden's opinion on this. I really want to like emphasize like I am not shitting on like any of the projects, right? But I just feel like from a personal point of view, things could be improved upon to in a matter to where everyone would win and we could actually like build upon like this newfound like bullish momentum. And who knows, like we might slip over banana peel one day and people would actually be like interested in NFTs again, right? We can all quite literally win here. That's it for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, in like the um in the post and whatever. Let me know and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.